So the apostles were being examples, and you had people that followed them, right? And they followed them in faith. All right. So that's why our faith is going to be tested amongst their faith, and their faith is going to be tested, vice versa, man. We're going to see whose words stand. We're going to see whose foundation stand assured. And it's going to be in due time, man. But we believe that this is the word. This is the truth. That we have the true understanding, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the true names, Yahweh the Father, and Yahweh Shai is the Son's name. We believe in this. Okay? So it said, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks and look well to thy herds. You see? So it says, First Peter 5:4, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, you shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. That's right, because Yahweh Shai is the chief shepherd. All right, we're all little shepherds attending to our own little flocks. All right, because we have certain brothers have followers, certain numbers of followers that follow after that, learn after them. All right, that learn after us. But we're all one body. We're all coming and being knitted and grafted into one body, man. All right, where there's no schism, and we're being prepared for the coming destruction, the imminent destruction of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai that's at hand, man. 2018, man, it's going to be a very destructive time, man. You're going to see a lot more people turn evil, man, be evil. You're going to see a lot of people that are going to turn to the truth. Simultaneously, it's going to all, you can't have negative and negative. You're going to have positive and negative going on, man. Some people are going to just be getting destroyed. Some people are going to be brought to life, to the spirit. Okay? And that's what we're doing, Lord willing. All right. Okay. Con, let me go back right here to 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy. That's right, which was given to us by prophecy. Just like in it was prophesied that men were going to come in the end of days to keep pushing his word. We're going to be prophesy of the coming destruction, sounding the trumpet. This was all said of old, man. It's like in the old time it happened. Just like in the book of Jeremiah 28:8 says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. That's right. So that's what we're doing. There ain't no new thing underneath the sun, man. The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets in Corinthians. So it's coming back, man. It's all happening right now, and it's been going on in your people's nose for the past 30 plus years, man. All right. So it's all through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. He's gonna start. He's waking up the elect. Okay. By what? The fear of the Lord, the terror of the Lord. Knowing the terror of the Lord will persuade men. We are pushing His word. We're being examples. We're being fishers of men. Pushing forth prophecy. All right. These people out here ain't doing that. They're second guessing and guessing, just coming, producing certain thoughts, and they're uttering it out of their mouth, not solidifying anything that they're saying out of the scriptures. All right. So it says. Well, real quick, let me go ahead and go back to Jeremiah chapter 1. All right. This is in the book of Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nation. That's right. So Jeremiah was already predestined before he was even conceived to be a prophet unto the Lord, man. And the word prophet comes from the word prophesy, which means to say before something comes to pass. And that's what we're doing. We're sounding the trumpet, man. We're making known that the Lord is coming back with destruction, man. He ain't coming back to play with you people, man. All right. This is in the book. Let's see here. Amos. This is in the book of Amos chapter 3 verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord had not done it? That's right. So Everything is happening according to plan, man. We're doing it in the order of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We're prophesying, and the Lord's going to cause the evil to happen on the earth, you know, which is going to be ultimately be that the return of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and to redeem the elect. All right, that's what's coming, man. You people don't even know that the U.S. government already got they brought back the guillotine. They're gonna start decapitating you people's heads off, man. They're going to start shooting you, killing you people dead in the streets. Because if you don't bow down to their new world order, you don't receive the RFID chip, they're going to start putting you people to death out here, man. They're already doing it right now, killing you slowly through the chemtrails, through the GMO foods, all this processed junk food that they got people going to flocking to McDonald's, all these nasty foods, man. They're nothing but full of poison, chemicals. You know? But there's coming a time soon where he's going to start putting you people to death out here, man. Your own government is. They're spying on you already as it is. They're already breaking you down through the Wi-Fi signals, through all the radiation that you got set up in your homes, that you bow down to this technology. Smoking cigarettes, smoking ice. A lot of you people in Snapchat will be doing cocaine and ice still, man. Bunch of junkies, man. Popping pills. What's the word pharmakia? The word pharmacy comes from the Greek word pharmakia, which means poison, man. That's who you got serving. That's who y'all got people got ruling the earth, man. There's a bunch of damn warlocks, witches, devils, man. Which the word devil goes back to the Spanish Latin word diablo, which means deceiver. There ain't no mythical creature like you people like to paint to put fear in our people, the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians. They're going to be dealing with monsters, man. You are monsters. We live amongst monsters. You people are monsters, man. The scriptures say that the Lord or the menstruous woman shall bring forth monsters. That's why you got a bunch of bad kids out in the streets, man. And what I've been noticing too, you got a bunch of Edomite little white kids that are bad as hell, man. But everybody thinks that these so-called white people, these Edomites, are good. They ain't good, man. They're worse than the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian. But it says, Amos 3:6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? That's right. So we're sounding that trumpet, man. And the only ones that are going to move with fear is the elect. Okay? They're going to hear the words of prophecy. And they're going to be moved with fear and to come and serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in sincerity and truth. Alright? This is in the book of Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. That's right. So it's close, man. You know very well that the Lord spoke of these things, man. Letting you know that the Lord is coming back to destroy, man. You know that the Lord is coming back to wreak havoc and recompense upon this place. All right. This is the book 1 Peter 4 and verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. That's right. So the end of all things is at hand, man. The end is here. All right. The end of the world as you know it is here, man. It's in the midst of you, and it's already deteriorating, and the infrastructure is being destroyed already, man, through the Spirit. The economy's crashing. Now everybody's trying to go to this new currency, Bitcoin, all right, which is going to ultimately be the ushering in of the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, man. Which that's going to be a way of currency to pay and buy and sell certain products. You know, you people are not awake to that, man. And if you are, a lot of you people are all for it. Y'all people are willingly going to take that RFID chip. They show you in that Netflix Black Mirror the RFID chip. All right. They showed you in the 1980s when they had that movie Inner Space. They showed you that they're already coming up with the RFID chip, man. In the 1980s, they were showing the people that they're gonna design an instrument to track you people, to control you from within, man. Because Esau, he claims himself to be a god, man. A spirit. It's like when the time of Yahweh Shai, you had certain individuals that were possessed with unclean spirits, demons. But guess what? Esau, he's not a spirit in that way where he can go into a person. So he has to design a certain instrument in order to do that, which is through his technology, right? Because Esau was blessed with the sword, man. That's part of his sword. So he used technology as a weapon to destroy and to control the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians, the prophets, man. Or not the prophets, but the Israelites and the rest of the people on the earth. All right. So it says, going to Jeremiah, Jeremiah 1:5, it says, I ordained thee a prophet among the nations. Then said I, Lord power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yahweh said unto him, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. That's right. So that's why we speak according to this word, man. All right, we don't come out from our own heart just speaking things. We prove it through the scriptures. All right. It says, be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. So Yahweh Shai put the spirit on Jeremiah to go and do these wonderful things, man, which is ultimately to prophesy, because Jeremiah was prophesying the destruction of Israel and being turned over to the Babylonians, man. All right, which was in the form in their time as the end of the world, man. Which was really, it was the end of a rulership, a time, you know, an age. So it's the same thing that's happening now. You know, the earth is always going to abide forever. It just certain things are going to occur that we ain't never seen before, man. We're going to see the UFOs that are happening, the sightings of the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of Yahweh Shai, all right, which are the angels, are at a high rate of being seen in the heavens, man, by all kinds of people. Receiving dreams of spaceships in the skies during these so-called end of day dreams. That's all that's what the angels come in, man. The book of Ezekiel chapter 1 tells you about that. It says that in the book of Psalms that the clouds of the Lord are his chariots, man. So the clouds, when you read about the clouds in the New Testament, it's talking about a chariot. It's just a word that they put that they were using to describe the chariot, man. So that's what that word cloud represents, is a chariot. So all this stuff is coming to pass, man. You know? So the Lord had given Jeremiah the power to do that. Now I'm going to go back down more verses. I'm going to skip over Jeremiah 1:17. It says, thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I commanded thee. Be not dismayed at their face, lest I confound thee before them. For behold, I have made thee this day a defense city, and an iron pillar, and a brazen wall, against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, and against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to deliver thee. That's right. So they couldn't prevail against the prophecies. They couldn't prevail against the prophet, because he was ordained to do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, they can't overcome and overthrow the prophecies, man. They can't frustrate the kingdom or frustrate the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Once that word is out there, it's going to be fulfilled. It's not going to return unto him void. You see? So scripture came onto me, man, but it was in the Apocrypha. What I was saying, it slipped my mind. It says, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am the Lord with thee. That's right, the prophecies. So they ain't going to overcome the prophet or the prophecies, which is in 2 Ezra. 2 Ezra 16:3. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Right, and those plagues are part of the prophecy, man. The plagues that come in different forms, man. It could be a pestilence, earthquakes, demonic possessions, mental illnesses, which is demonic possessions. Got all forms, man. You got new, old diseases that are resurfacing, coming back to to their existence, like the Black Death, the Black Plague, that destroyed millions of people over there in Europe, is over here in America, man. Finding dead carcasses of animals, and they have that Black Death upon them, man. That disease. You got all kinds of stuff that's coming up, man. So it says, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it had begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues, and who is he that driveth them away? You see? So these plagues that are ordained, the prophecies that are ordained by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh, that are sanctioned by him, nobody can overthrow it or turn it, man. You can't turn it back. This word is one of the longest the books that have been surviving throughout the whole centuries, man. To this very point, to draw in the elect, for the elect to find and come across this book, to start understanding the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, to be unraveled unto them, to know how they redeem, to be saved, man. This is who the book is for. Even though you got thousands and millions of people that have a Bible, that doesn't mean that those millions of people are going to have that salvation. This is the part of prophecy. This is the book, the spirit of prophecy that was declared from the beginning of the earth till now, man. It's still being declared. So you cannot turn back the prophecy. You cannot turn back the terror of the Lord. All right? You shall know a death by pain, man. You can't, once your body is engulfed in flames, you can't cast it off. I mean, you can, when you got a fire, someone's a smart fire extinguisher, but it's just basically proving a point that you're going to be burnt, man. You're going to feel the pain. It says, Sirach 16:8, the mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? That's right. So the Lord is the one that's threatening you with these things. And guess what? The Lord's going to make it come to pass, man. All right? He's going to cause them to come to pass. All right, this is, bring out another one here in the book of Isaiah. This is Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. See? So this word is going to be fulfilled, man. Whether you like it or not. Alright? This is Jeremiah chapter 44:28. Yet a small number that escaped the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah, and all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall know whose word shall stand, mine or theirs. That's right. So the Lord, you're going to know that the Lord's words stand and not yours, man. All right? The Lord has the last word. He has the last say so. All right? He's the one that has sanctioned these things to be, the prophecies. Okay? Going back to 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that they profiting may appear before all. You see? So we got to meditate upon the word, the prophecy, man, the spirit of prophecy, that our profiting may appear before all. Because nobody's doing the work of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All they doing is doing a lot of lip work, a lot of lip work, attending to their own vanities, unto their own covetousness. All right, they ain't doing the work for the Lord. They claim themselves to be Christians, die-hard Christians. Where your works at, man? Where are you fulfilling prophecy out of the scriptures, man? You said have you presented your body a living sacrifice on a daily basis? Being casted out by friends, family. All right, being threatened with your life. You got a bunch of hirelings out here in the world, man. A bunch of false prophets. All right, you got a bunch of false prophets, man. Here in America, throughout the whole earth, coming up with their own doctrines. All right. So we got to meditate upon these things, man. Go ahead and go to the book of Sirach. This is Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. That's right. So we're going to be occupied in prophecies, man. Okay? As I said, prophecy was always to be declared from the beginning unto the very end. Okay? That's what a prophet is, that declares prophecy. To declare the things that hadn't come to pass yet, or soon to come to pass. Alright? Death, destruction is coming, man. Okay? There's no turning back. Death and destruction. That's part of the cleansing, or the thing that is to be good is to come, man. Is that evil has to thrive first, has to have its time. It's always been declared that way. Let me go ahead and see if I can find that one where it says that in the book of 2nd Ezra. Because I remember Ezra was talking to the angel Uriel about that, and the angel Uriel was telling him that wickedness has to thrive. It has to have its time in order for something good to come. God, let me start at 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. It says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come." Right? So evil is out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Evil's out here. People are thriving. All right. It's like it says in Ecclesiastes that because of execution. Let me go ahead and bring it out. It's in the book of Ecclesiastes. It's set in their heart to continue to do evil. Right? Let's see here. This is Ecclesiastes 8:11. "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil." That's right. So we know through the Spirit is that evil is planted in the earth, man. All right. You got a lot of people that are waiting, waiting their destruction. So that's what the angel Uriel was telling Ezra. He says, "For the evil is sown, and the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown to be not turned upside, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and at the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good." So this has to come to pass, man. Evil has to have its time. All right. Because that's the way it was set up. Because of when Adam and Eve went off, man. When Adam and Eve went off, that's what it started. The evil, man. You know, the wickedness, iniquity abounded in the earth. And now in the last day it was going to increase. It was going to increase in the last days, man. Right before the Lord's return, it's going to increase, you know. Then it says, keep reading, 2nd Ezra 4:30. "For the grain of evil seed had been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed hath brought forth. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill. That's right. So it's going to be a big destruction, man. It's going to be a lot of people that are going to perish and die in the last days, right before good can be sown in the earth. Right now it's being planted. We're planting the seed. Faith is flourishing. Once it, faith, the truth is flourishing now in this time than it has ever happened, man. Because, like I said, it was nothing but evil that was thriving, man. The darkness was overshadowing the light. But now that we're coming into the last days, Yahweh has put that to an end. Now the destruction and downfall of the wicked is coming to pass. That's why you're seeing a lot of people being put to death. And the uprising of Yasha'Allah, the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native American Indians that are coming back to life and spreading this gospel, man, this word. You know? It says, then answered I and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil? And he answered me, saying, do not thou hasten above the Most Highest, for thou hast hastened it is in vain to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion, when cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? And it said, and unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance. By measure hath he measured the times, and by the number hath he numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. That's right. So everything has to play out in its proper time, man. You know, the Lord is good. You can't speed nothing up. You know, no matter how hard you come out into the highways and the byways, how hard you pray, that has nothing to do with the Lord's time. The Lord's time is on his time. When he has a set date, Yahweh, he has a day when he's going to come back. But we have to be prepared in order to escape the destruction, man. All right. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. See? So in order to receive that salvation, you have to have works, man, and faith in order to escape the things, man. But the Lord is going to wait. You got to have yourself ready, prepared, you know, because you don't know when the thief is going to come, you know. You don't know when the thief is going to come, so the Lord has given you the ability to cover yourself through repentance, through the blood of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is the word prophecy, man, the spirit of prophecy. Put on the garment, man, which is able to protect you in the last days, man. You got that cloak. There was a movie, I think it was in the Lord of the Rings, where I think Frodo was given a certain cloak, and they were over there right in the gates of Mordor, and the enemy saw them, you know, some dirt come up because they started sliding down the hill, and the enemy was coming, so they had to throw over Frodo threw his cloak over him, and you know, his buddy that was with him, and they appeared as a rock, you know. So you have to put on your cloak, man, in order to escape the said perils that are coming. You know, put on the whole armor of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in order to block the fiery darts of the devil, man, the Satan, you know, of the flesh and things of that nature, man, because we're in those times, man. We're in the times where evil men are going to wax worse and worse, seducing and being seduced, you know, deceiving and being deceived. We're on those times, man, perilous times, where people are unthankful, unholy. All right, a bunch of dogs out here, man, a bunch of wolves, you know, pigs. That's what the Lord is telling us that we're in the midst of, man. There's a bunch of unholy men, you know. We're in those times, man, and the only way we're going to escape those is by taking heed to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, being a doer of the word and not a hearer of the word. You know? And you're going to be saved by your works and your faith. That's the only way. There's no other way. You know? I want to try to read up that one in 1 Timothy's. This is Hebrews 4 or 11 and 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. That's right. So he is a rewarder, man. He's going to reward you that diligently seek him through the prophecies, and that you're going to diligently attend to the flock, man. You're going to feed the flock through the word of prophecy. All right? Bearing witness of the truth. All right? Setting yourself up as an example. Presenting your body a living sacrifice. Okay? Being moved in action, man. All right? Declaring the word, the imminent return of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is coming back with destruction, man. He's not coming back to meet thee as a man, man. He's coming back as a man of war. All right? This is Exodus 15 and 3. Yahweh is a man of war, and Yahweh is his name. All right, which Yahweh means he is or he exists. All right, he is to be. All right, so he's a man of war, man. He's coming back as that to declare war. This is in this is Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, for behold, Yahweh will come through his son Yahweh Shai with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. You see? So that's what's happening, man. He's coming back as that in the end of days. I read that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, Salaki chapter 1, you know. Let's see. This is Nahum chapter 1 verse 2. Yahweh is jealous. The Lord and the Lord revenges. Yahweh revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. Okay? That's plain. So this is in Luke chapter 19 verse 27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. That's right. So that's death right there. It's blood death. It's blood death, man. Destruction. Because the Lord is furious, man.